for the long run?
This is another big question I always get, and it's kind of indefinite.
Yeah, of course.
I've been here obviously for a decent amount of time so far. I didn't think I would keep coming back, but then, the next year, here I am, and then here's the next year, and here I am again. So I guess Korea's still good for me. And while Korea's still good for me, I'm gonna stay here. It doesn't necessarily have to be Korea, but I do want to live overseas for quite a long time. I feel like I will be here for a little bit longer, or a lot longer. Robbie actually is one of the big reasons why I'm gonna stay. Of course, that's one of the main things. My dance workshop is doing pretty good, so I will stay here. As far as repatriating myself, sorry, Mom, I'm sorry. I just don't see myself doing that for a long time. I just knew when I studied abroad, in college, and when I came overseas again to Korea, this is what I want to do. I want to live in a lot of other places, outside of the comfort zone of Chicago.
See, I must ask you though, why? Is there a particular reason why you're drawn to living abroad and experiencing these different cultures and putting yourself pretty much in a very uncomfortable area?
It's more comfortable. It's more comfortable for me because I feel less stuck. I know for a fact if I had graduated and, just worked for a little while, I would feel stuck and I would probably not go overseas and probably not, follow what I want to do. So I'm glad that after I graduated, I got out and I'm still, the travel bug, it's still very much there, and I just want to keep on traveling and keep experiencing new places, and not just traveling there for a little bit, actually living there.
It's a whole different story.
Yeah.
When you just kind of travel to a spot and you kind of breeze by it, you just get the, the big picture, but you don't really necessarily get to experience the culture at that level of intimacy.
Right.
And when you stay for the long run.
Yeah, so now after, I think it was literally a few weeks ago that I hit the 3-year mark in Korea, and I was like, what? Whoa. But I think I'm just gonna keep staying because it's still good, and I have a pretty, solid crew here. It's fun. It's still fun. A lot of people that have lived, a lot of expats that have lived here for, a decade or 8 years or 13 years are married to, citizens here. That, do I see myself getting to that point? I don't know. Maybe. It's totally, we don't know what the future holds.
Who knows? But, you're
indefinite.
ready for it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue to talk about her dance career through pictures, because our next corner is entitled Star's Picture Story. We had access to Cindy's archive. This is Sydney's picture story. She has chosen 3 pictures from her personal archive. This is an exclusive look, so look forward to it. Should we go to the first picture?
Oh, I guess so.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
This is a still shot of you, and you look quite young.
I don't even know. Maybe I'm 11 or 12.
Okay.
Awkward stages for sure.
You look adorable, though.
Yeah. So this is I don't remember the dance name. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember what type of dance it was?
It was jazz.
It was jazz.
Oh my gosh, what was it called? My memory.
It's a long time ago, guys.
Yeah, that's a good pose. I look tall.
You do.
Illusion. It's an illusion.
And the thing is, She is a little bit shorter than she seems on television. Definitely on TV, she looks so lean and tall, right? Let's just leave it at that.
That's kind of awesome. Thanks for saying that. For real.
So this was when you were competing when you were quite young, right?
Yeah, this was a recital dance or a competition dance when I first joined the performance company, I think. Or it was just our recital dance.
Okay.
And then after the recital, we'd have, our pictures taken, professional photos, and all of our costumes. And I chose this one, I guess.
Why is this picture dear to you? I mean, all pictures are dear to us, but why this one?
It's just like, I remember going to these photo shoots for all of our, we bring all of our costumes, and we've already finished the dance season, but you want to, keep the memory of wearing it, and then we keep the costumes too. Like I still have costumes from when I was a baby.
You must have a lot of costumes in your closet.
I have no idea. My mom's like, get it out of the crawl space. But going through them is awesome. It's like so much fun. I'm totally keeping some of them for, the future, just because maybe I'll need them in the future. And that's that part of the dance things that we would do. My sister and I, we would take our pictures and get the photos printed and put them up in our house. And I actually had my sister send me that picture for my backstory on Dancing 9 too. But I think this is the first time it's been on air, so yeah.
Look at that, guys. I told you it's an exclusive look.
Oh, man.
Man, so okay, a lot of good memories when it comes to dance. And
Yeah.
because you mentioned your sister, I think we should mention the next picture as well.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
It's a family portrait.
Yeah, way
Again-
back in the day.
Yeah, definitely back in the day. Even the picture looks kind of vintage. It's old.
Oh, yes, definitely old one.
So you and your sister used to dance together.
Yeah, we grew up dancing. She's 4 years younger than me, so when she was old enough, she started dancing and danced all the way through. How old is she now? 21. I mean, I think she still dances. Takes some classes here and there, but yeah, we grew up dancing together. My cousins too. Yeah.
Was there ever like siblings rivalry? Like sometimes that happens when you're younger.
Of course. Of course, but I don't remember anything in dance. No dance rivalry between anybody. It was always just what we did. It was our...
That's awesome. It's something that you guys have in common, right?
Yeah.
And something you're passionate together,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
In the picture, we see your mom and dad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an old one. Like I said before, like the family, my whole family would always come to our recitals and always have flowers and, was really supportive throughout our entire, dance careers, I guess you'd say. My family's still really proud. My dad passed away, though, when I was about 12. When I was 12, and my sister was 8. And like I said, he always wanted me to play sports. But then, when I was like a little bit older, he was like, yeah, you're a dancer, and totally supported that. And it was a really rough time when that happened, rough time for the family and rough time for me, especially. It definitely affected, my growth process, just growing up. But my mom did a great job, she's awesome. And there was so many rough patches, but I think Andy and I, my sister Andy, I think she and I both turned out all right. So
You turned out awesome. You're so much fun and well-rounded.
Thank you. But yeah, so that picture, that's just like the beginning. That's the beginning of everything. I think that might have been one of my first dance recitals, and here I am now, and I still, everything I do, whether it be, traveling, moving overseas, working at a radio station, or following my dream, continuing to dance, everything I do is because I want to make my mom happy. I want to make my family happy. My dad.
Yeah.
I hope that they're proud.
I know this may be a little bit
driving
cheesy, but it's kind of my go-to when it comes to this point. Do you want to do a little shout out to your mom or your dad?
Totally. Yeah, totally. Oh, I had to do this before too. Hi fam, like thank you for everything, for always being there for me, even though I live halfway around the world. I love you, and you're the best, and you're my heart.
Oh, brava. All right, on that very good note, let's move on to our last picture. This one looks like a shot in a magazine. My writer and I were having a conversation before we went on air. We're like, what is this? You're surrounded by a herd of sheep. That doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, so this was this was the beginning of my time on Dancing 9, I guess. After the second round, the open audition, what happened? I got a call and they said that the director wanted me to be in the opening credits, or they wanted me to shoot something for the opening credits because they were gonna have a montage of dancers, all the different styles together for the opening of the show. And they were like, we wanna shoot you in Pyeongchang. And I was like, okay, sure. That sounds cool. That's where the Olympics are gonna be held pretty soon, and sweet, let's go. So we got there and she said, oh, there's gonna be like a lot of ships there, and
Ships?
yeah, so I thought I was gonna be on a boat.
In Pyeongchang?
But she said, I had misheard her and she said sheep. And I was like, oh my God, we're on a sheep farm. This is hilarious. Like, oh my gosh, the scenery was gorgeous. And I was like taking videos.
Yeah.
Like, it was so cool. But yeah, they were like, dance with the sheep. And I was like, all right. Like,
I'm sorry, that's a little funny.
Yeah, so I was just like, here we go.
Dance with the sheep.
Yeah, and
Not dancing with the wolves, dancing with the sheep.
Oh my gosh, everybody said that, right? Dancing
I'm
with
sorry,
sheep.
I'm a cliche.
No, that's really funny though. It was a really cool experience because after it all said and done, I was there for the whole day. We were trying to like race against the sun, and like I realized I'm probably never gonna do that again. I'm probably never gonna.
I think you can say that.
Be filmed with dancing with some sheep.
No.
So yeah, the ground though was really uneven. It was all like a hill, and there was lots of dips and potholes and sheep poo everywhere.
They gotta go and they gotta go. You're in their territory.
Yeah,
so it
I
comes
was
with it.
so in their territory, and they did not like it. They were scared of me because they would hurt them. They would be like, okay, come around, and then, okay, go and dance. And then they would run away because I was jumping and like leaping or trying to jump in these, in the grass and dancing around them. And they were horrified. They were like,
dear.
what is going on? Who is this girl? Why is she
jumping?
dancing all up in our grass? Like, it was really cool though.
It definitely makes a story, and it's a beautiful picture, I must say.
Thanks.
When are you gonna do that again?
Yeah, probably never. I mean, it was a once in a lifetime thing for sure. And I don't really mind it being a once in a lifetime thing.
Is that like the oddest place you've ever danced though?
Yeah, for sure. That and like home day clubs, I guess.
Well, that's still like flat surface, and there's stages there,
Odd places though.
Okay.
No, yeah, definitely the most interesting place I've ever danced. And it wasn't there was no choreography. They were like, just freestyle, just do like this style, do some hip hop, do some turns. Can you turn in this grass? I was like, no, do you want me to roll my ankle before the show starts?
Seriously?
No. So it was interesting, to say the least, but fun.
I always wanted to know, this is just a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, but do the people who produced our Dancing 9 series, do they know a little bit about dance, or are they just kind of like coming into it with this like general mind?
I'm not really sure. I think, I believe it was a new thing for a lot of people. I just talking with some of the staff that were always there, they work so hard, they work around the clock. This was a new thing for them, and they got to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
They would always say, oh, thank you for sharing your beautiful dancing with us, and good job, and just always watching the competition and watching the different performances. And so if they didn't know anything about dance before, they definitely know something about it now.
Now they know. And if they have to do it all over again, they'll, go in a little bit with more knowledge.
Yeah, totally.
So behind the scenes was very supportive then. I mean, on TV, of course, we see a little bit of drama. We see fierce competition because that just makes good TV.
Yeah.
But I mean, behind